playtesting the alpha version of Coldsnap, and I am going over the audio and really focusing on that part of everything. Some first critiques I already have is that there's not really any sound feedback that the generator is currently getting complete besides the barrier. Like, yeah, the barrier's up, but it doesn't really like notify you that it's like currently getting worked on or anything. The other one is there's no really feedback on spawning, like audio feedback on spawning enemies. Like, some can just spawn behind you and just run up on you, and you had like, if you weren't looking at it, it's just kind of unlucky. The other one is that the drill isn't making really much sound to be located or heard from a far distance. Like, of course, if you go up close to it, like I will now, and I can even turn up the volume, can't really hear it that's actually going and drilling. So like if I was trying to locate it, especially on other maps, I could have like a hard time trying to find it, especially on the second one. But like now if I get close, this noise should be from closer instead of here, and I just can't hear it, and now I have to locate it. The other big complaint that isn't audio related really is I didn't really find a point of using ever the heavy attack, like the right click, this attack. The last one is that while these sliders are like able to be changed, I was not able to change anything in the menu settings. So these ones are completely broken. Like, oh, well, never mind. I guess it works now. Well, when you first load the game, it will be broken. And I'll see if I can get that real quick. Okay, now this is what I'm talking about. When you first load up the game, these audio sliders become unworkable. I'll turn the master all the way down, I'll back out, hopefully, no, nothing. These just become totally pointless. And I'll go into play, and then I guess they'll start to work, they'll save as a different. So I'm assuming that's like, it's a different instance, and you guys switch in when you guys press play, but that's it.
Doesn't immediately load in, and I think it should. Here, it took some playing around for me to figure out what the keyline was for dashing, because the tutorial does not tell you. I had to literally speed this part up by like 7 times because of how long it took me to figure out how to get to the other side. And even then, the way I figured out to get to the other side, I kind of doubt is the intended way. Here, my initial intuition was to just kill the robots I see in front of me, even though the quest marker did say activate the generator. So I went to go kill them all, or at least most of them. Then I went to activate the generator, and then because the generator does not spawn any new enemies, I got soft locked. Here, you can kind of get stuck in the gaps in the map and just have to restart because of that. Here, I liked the whole like camera pan and all that. I just was a little bit confused because I didn't really know what the objective was. So it took me a little bit to figure out. It's just like filling up the generators and killing enemies and stuff like that. Just thought it could be like a little bit more clear. Here, I finally cleared that first level after the tutorial, and then I made it to the next level where I just continued doing the same thing. And eventually I paused my game just to test that, and I could not resume the game. I just got stuck. Here, it was really no problem finding the first two generators, but when it came to finding the third generator, I had some trouble and had to do a bit of exploration. I thought maybe a marker could make it better. I mean, it was a little bit intuitive to me that you had to use the staircase, but still was a little bit lost. Here, once I finally found the third generator, you know, I filled it up and all that, just like I did all the other ones, but nothing prompted, and you'll see what happens. As you can see in the top right, it said 3 out of 3 for the generators, but the enemy kills kept getting reset. So I was like, okay, I'll keep killing enemies, but then it just kept getting reset and reset with nothing happening. So I was just pretty lost and confused and couldn't really complete the game because of that. Overall, I thought the game was pretty nice. I just think the tutorial could use a lot of improvements on being clearer and just like explaining some things like generators and all that. And the levels, I like the level design for each level. I just thought that the gameplay was a little bit repetitive for each level, and there isn't really anything besides the map that separates each level, so maybe something can be done about that. Yeah.
These bugs were all found playing the alpha build of this game. The first bug that I found is related to the UI in regards to the settings menu. When you click on the graphics or controls button, nothing happens. You would expect there to be something to be adjusted as similar to the audio menu here, but when you click on them, nothing happens. The next bug I found is in regards to the drill. Once you activate all 3 generators, the drill powers up and begins to drill into the ground. However, there is no indication that the drill has begun to drill other than the initial puff of smoke and the rumbling sound. In my initial playthrough, I was not close enough to the drill to see the smoke popping up from the ground or to hear the rumbling sound from it. It also takes a bit for the drill to finish, so I was a little confused as to whether the drill was drilling or not. Another thing is, when the drill is finished, the rocks around it seem to just disappear rather than crumbling. It just seemed a little jarring. The next bug I found occurs whenever you hit a large spark bot. Rather than playing the hit animation once and then going back to normal, the hit animation plays over and over again until the enemy is no longer hit stunned. This next bug was the one I was most unsure about. Whenever you hit an enemy with a light attack while jumping, the player model seems to float in the air. If you continue to hit enemies with light attacks while in the air, the player model continues to float. I'm not sure if this was intentional or not. This next bug occurs whenever you are loading into a new level, but most notably the Sub-Zero sinkhole. Since the enemy spawns so close to the player character, there is a possibility for the player character to take damage even though you are still in the preview cutscene. In the clip shown here, I was lucky enough to be able to take only one piece of damage, but in earlier playthroughs, I took quite a bit of damage before I was able to control my character. One big thing I noticed is how difficult it was to locate the generators throughout the map. They blend in with the scenery too well, and the heat bar above it is not big enough for us to see from a long distance. Some kind of indicator or objective marker would be helpful in locating these generators.
Hello, this is the alpha playtest of the game Coldsnap. I'll be playtesting this game and seeing if there's anything mainly wrong with level design, including collisions, gameplay issues within the level, aspects like that. So I'll be getting started now. Let's get into it. I think these are supposed to be like this. I'm assuming that they're supposed to be crossing each other, like they're supposed to be Z fighting kind of effect going on here. So I think that's a part of the game. I don't think that's a bug. Could be a bug still. I'm just gonna go around and see if there's any. Okay, no camera collisions. Very little. That's good. Oh, not a little bit, but it's very hard to get. I have to like actually really try to get it. Oh, okay. So there is a camera collision here. I see at this wall down here. There is a camera collision right here, where I can see the other side of this wall, and I don't think I'm supposed to see that. I don't think I'm supposed to get to this area. Oh. Okay, I might have found a bug. I don't think. Let me see if I can. Okay, so if I in the tutorial area, if I get to this crevice here, I found this hole underneath here. See if I can try to get back to it. So I found this like little pathway, which I don't think I'm supposed to take. But if the player is not allowed or shouldn't be able to take it, then this should be blocked off. It's right here. It's where this divot is, platform is. This area is like open. It's like a secret passageway. If I just go through here, I can either choose to go right or left. I don't know if this was leading me to like some secret area per se, but I can either go over here. But I was seeing what was this about, so I turned to left. And if I go far enough in, which I don't think I'm supposed to be seeing this like abyss thing, but if I go far enough in, probably to around like here. There we go. Okay, so if I look directly at it, it somewhat stays the same, but if I look backwards, it changes. And I don't think I'm supposed to be seeing this. So that's a bug. That area probably should just be patched, so that way the player doesn't get through it, but I'm going to continue now. I'm not hearing anything. I don't know if there's something. Hold on. So my audio... No, my audio's fine. I can't click on these either. That's a UI issue. Okay, in the pause setting, I can't. That's another bug for UI purposes. I wasn't even technically trying to find this, but I was just poking around. In the UI, the pause setting, the settings menu, I can't click on the other tabs. The graphics and controls, I can't click on them, so I can't even see the controls again. So the sliders work at least. At least I think they do. Because I'm not hearing. Let me see. I'm gonna put sound effects all the way up. See if that does something. Can't really tell a difference in the sound effect music. Let me see. Okay, I think there might have been a difference in sound effects, but it's slightly not that different. What if I put it all the way down? See if that turns it off. Okay, so that works. But yeah, in terms of audio, I can't really hear anything. So I don't know, like in terms of like music, I don't know if it's supposed to be that way. I don't know if that's a bug or not, but even just as a gameplay issue, it does feel kind of lacking. That I can't exactly hear anything in this space. The only thing I can hear is just sound effects, but in terms of music, if there is supposed to be music, which there is, should be, because there's a thing here for it, an option here for it, I can't exactly hear anything. So I'm not sure if that's a bug or a missing feature. But that's one thing. And obviously the bug where I can't, audio bug, or UI bug rather, where I can't click on these tabs. So there's two bugs back to back, if the music does count as a bug. At least in terms of gameplay, I feel like that should probably be addressed, that there should probably be like a tutorial. If this is part of the tutorial, this should probably be a part of that. It just says reach the other side, but I'm not exactly sure what this is supposed to entail. So this is, I think this is rather a gameplay issue than a bug, if that's how it works. If I'm supposed to use this to like probably jump across or jump up to there, it's not really a clear indication what I'm supposed to do here. Other than I guess I'm supposed to use this to platform onto there, but that should probably be as an objective, or maybe like a different item for this, because it is a little weird to have something like medicine, the health symbol on it, be the item to get on top of there. Because at first I thought it was like a health pack that I was supposed to like be able to open and use, but I don't think it is. Let me see if my theory is correct. I launched it too far. Wait a minute. Okay, well I found another bug. If I hit this, you saw the objective change before it said reach the other side. If I just like do a super attack here, and the box reaches the other side, it activates, I think, a trigger box where it updates the objective even though I'm not even there. So if you saw that, that was probably another bug that needs to be fixed. Which is the thing gonna come back? I don't think it's gonna. I'm just slightly confused. Yeah, it's not coming back. Okay, I might have to restart here. Okay, I'm seeing some major UI issues with programming. Oh, okay. Now it came up. Okay, dash. I already killed this purple. Okay, so like the UI was very delayed there. I already killed him. Yeah, it's updating very slow. It's not updating with the gameplay. It's like kind of updating its own thing. So Yeah. But I'm gonna try just doing it normal this time. I'm not even moving my mouse, and it's like someone moving. I don't know. But the major bug here is that this will no longer respawn. Let me see if I can hit it. It happened before, if we saw it. It happened before where I hit it to the other side, it just did not respawn. But now, yeah, it's not wanting to respawn again. So the only way to fix this is I have to restart the game, which is a little bit frustrating. Oh, there we go. Okay, I eventually got it to work. But I will pause here and continue once I eventually reach the platform. Okay, I eventually reached the second platform. The only way I can get on there was I had to bring the box to like the very edge over there, where the top of the hammer is, like right there. I had to bring the box there and then dash across, which is not implied in the instructions or tutorial or anything like that in the objective. None of that is implied, so I had to basically figure it out with no real guidance. So that gameplay issue-wise, not really a bug, but gameplay issue, that probably needs to be really fixed because it took me a second just to get through this, and this is the tutorial. So, just continue. Assuming these bots, are they supposed to not do anything? Again, the objective is not. Okay, there we go. The objective is not updating. Okay, now this bot wants to attack me, but these other ones don't. Okay, I found another bug. Gameplay wise, these enemies don't want to do anything to me. I don't know if it's because like I went past them, the thing, and the objectives did not update. Again, the objective is still missing, as you can see on the left. The only thing I did was just that trick I just told you about, but yeah, only one is trying to attack me. Which I don't know what this is supposed to be. Am I allowed to face? What is this about? Am I allowed to face through here? Might be a collision bug here. I think this is supposed to be like an invisible wall where I'm supposed to complete the objective first, which I think I did, but this, yeah, I think it's supposed to be like a gate that once I beat the enemies here, that it probably like goes away. But I could just phase through it. Like it's still here. I could just phase through it. Major bug here. Let me see if I can bypass. Is this supposed? This is wrong. Is this supposed to be like an aesthetic? I don't know, because it looks like it's supposed to be like an invisible wall that like blocks. It's supposed to block me, but it's not really much feedback there. So that probably needs like a fix. At least aesthetic wise or gameplay wise, it needs a fix. Probably both. Let me see if I can go through here. I can't. Did I do it wrong? Okay, I'm going to pause my recording and try to probably restart this because maybe I might have broken it. Where there's supposedly one more on the top right, one more boss, or like those like mini boss dudes, but they're not here unless I have to find them. Do I have to find them? Are they around here somewhere? I don't think so. Again, not exactly clear what I'm supposed to do, so I'm probably just gonna. I think I might have broken this. I think I'm just gonna restart. And I'll continue the recording once I find something else. Okay, I was able to somewhat do it. I got to this point. I had to actually relaunch the entire game because it was just not updating. It was stuck with the UI and not updating, so I had to relaunch the game in order to fix it. But there is a bug here where I see there's like a combo thing here where it's like if you do the primary attack and then the super attack at the same time, then it does like this uppercut move. So I'll just show it. So if I actually go to an enemy here and do the combo, it jumps both me and enemy upwards vertically, which I don't think it's supposed to do that. To at least me. To the enemy, yes, but not to me. Like I'll show it again, probably from a different angle. See, so that's a bug there. But I will continue to see if I can try to get past this area since I think the objectives are working now. So, oh, the enemy still won't attack me, by the way, except for like I think just this one spark bot. None of the other ones want to attack me still. So, but I will continue the video once I think I could try to get past this area. So I'm gonna try, and I'll resume the video from there. Okay, I cannot figure out how to get past this area. I defeated all the enemies again, which. And again, it's let me talk to. Am I supposed to like combo over and over? I think I'm supposed to like fill up the fire I can try one more time, but if I can't figure, or I'm gonna try to see if I can, like, if it's like a combo thing where I have to continuously get combos to fill the fire. I think. Um, yeah, I can't. I don't really know how to progress, so I'm going to try one more time. But if I can't, then I'll end this playtest here. I found something else really quick before I continue. There's a infinite uh enemy spawner here. I don't think this is supposed to be here. And when I actually, and they're attacking me. Okay. And when I hit them, they also turn into this guy. Or at least one turned into this one of the boss people. That was me picking up their thing, which I phased the wall too. So that's another bug. But yeah, there's like an infinite enemy spawner thing here, which I don't think is supposed to be here. I just restarted the game, so I don't know why this is here. So this is probably a major bug here, and now they're just one by one attacking me. So I'm just gonna continue, I guess. Okay, I figured it out. Oh, okay. Well, before I get to that, I figured it out. I was supposed to hit the generator first before I killed the enemies, and there was that bar that was filling up on the top right. Again, not really a clear indication that I'm supposed to do that first. Normally, I would be attacking the enemies first and then trying to activate the generator, but I didn't know I was supposed to activate the generator first before I attack the enemies, so that's not really clear. So that's probably an issue right there. But I was able to figure it out. Also, I don't know why this door is here. Am I supposed to go through here? Am I supposed? I don't think so. Even then, I feel like I have a feeling that I can fall into here, and it seems like a death trap to where nothing will happen. I can try to see, but I really don't want to go through that hassle again. But probably just for playtesting's sake, I will try. So let me see if this does anything. Oh, okay, okay, it did bring me to the next area. There's a lot more music in this one, so yeah, that... Oh, okay. Oh, I'm already getting attacked? Okay. Why is there enemies already here attacking me? Like, they're spawn camping me. That's kind of crazy. Also, there's not a clear objective I'm supposed to do. Is it the generator thing again? I think so. Let me see if I have to hit it first. Okay. Yeah, again, objective is not updating. So yeah, I think the main issues in my experience with this playtest was the tutorial, which it took me a second to realize that was supposed to be the tutorial, but it felt very unclear that was supposed to be the tutorial, so that probably needs some fixing there. I still also feel like the enemies should be attacking me in the tutorial level, because it gives me a sense of what this gameplay will be like, whereas if they don't do anything, it kind of feels a little bit lacking. So I don't know. I'm going to die. Is there a way to heal, by the way? Was that a skill that I was missing? Okay, so yeah, I'm taking some damage here. It's not exactly a clear indication that I'm supposed to heal, but I got to, which also I forgot to touch this first. Okay, so it does update the generator name. That's good. Oh. I will be ending the playtest here. This is the alpha version again. My main issues are with the tutorial, which I'm assuming was that first level with the matrix-like textures. That area needs to be fixed more. I haven't really played the main levels yet, but the tutorial was the one I was stuck on the most, and I found the most bugs in, so that probably needs to be looked at. But that will be the playtest for now. This is the alpha version again, and thank you for watching.
Hi guys, today I will be playtesting the game Coldsnap. It is the alpha version that I'll be playtesting, and I'll be focusing more on any UI issues. So for the main UI, it looks really nice. I love the theming as well. However, when you first go into the settings, you can only access the audio settings. The other tabs do not work. Maybe that's something they're implementing later, but just to let you guys know. Besides that, in the credits page, I do recommend putting a little background to it just so it's easier to read. Also to fix the back button because it is overlapping with the text. Besides that, everything looks good. Besides from the skills tab, if I'm not mistaken, you can look at everything really beautifully. I love the theming as well. However, I did not figure out a way to exit out of it. So I did have to restart the game just to get out of the skills tab. There's no like X button. I tried multiple keyboard keys. It did not work. I'm not sure if I'm just missing something, but I wasn't able to exit out. Besides that, the main HUD for player view looks really nice. I also really like the theming. The only thing I did notice while playing the game multiple times, sometimes the achievements during the tutorial on the left hand corner, they just do not update. So sometimes when you start the tutorial, the objectives appear right away, like jump, dash. However, sometimes when you start up the game, it just doesn't appear. So a lot of the times I had to just click exit out, rejoin, reopen the game, just so I could look at the achievements. Another thing I do recommend is, while for the gameplay to be a little bit easier for the tutorial, because it did take me a while to figure out what I was supposed to do, I do recommend maybe adding a little small message with the missions, maybe like a quick little blurb underneath, being just like, oh, when it says activate the generator, you can do a little thing at the bottom being just like, hey, hit the generator when you have this much energy to activate it, just so the player knows what they are doing. Besides that, also, if you do tasks out of order, it is not able to register that you did the task previously before it was asked of you. So sometimes you do get a little bit stuck with the achievements just because they don't appear to be completed just because you completed them previously. So maybe that's something to think about. Besides that, also at the end of the game, when you lose, the UI that appears, the button itself to return to the menu, it starts off as 2 lines, and then when you hover over it, it becomes like 3 lines, and it's just something very like minor, just to maybe make it consistent when you hover the mouse over it and when you don't. But that's basically it. It looks really nice. It's just some small issues with the UI, and then also the tabs and the achievements, that they're quite inconsistent. But that's it. Thank you.